Hi everyone, this is Guido Pelagos, and today I want to talk to you about watches. Well, first of all, today's a special day for me because the 14th of February 2022, I drove off in the T4 California towards Spain and had the first night in Belgium in my European tour road trip that you can see on the playlist, the European road trip, the Euro, what do you call it, the Euro trip or something. Anyway, it was a fantastic trip. 4.5, 5 months just driving across Europe. Saw 11 countries in total. Then went to Ireland. I had to go home in the meantime because of a death in the family. But, at the end of the day, it was a great trip. And it brought me where I am now in Ireland, and I really had a great time. There's still some videos that I have to upload for that, but it's going to take a little while before those are going to be up. And I'm going to make a video about Ireland. And there's so much to do, and I'm really busy here with the new job and everything. So I thought I'd put up my cap freedom because that's what I found when I sold the house and just went on the road and see where it ended. I hope that by uploading this video, I can mirror it because I couldn't on my brand new Samsung S21 Ultra that doesn't have the option to have a video mode like this up front mirrored. But doesn't matter, software will do the trick. Now, without going into the whole travel, this video I want to talk about one of the watches I got in 2022. Now, every year I buy a watch. It just happened for the last, I don't know, 15 years. I've bought a watch every year. And last year I was about to buy the German East German watch from Glashütte in the town of Glashütte. You can watch that video. It's in the videos of the road trip. And I gained 4 watches last year. A vintage watch called Plato from, I think, from the 60s or 70s. Nice watch. I don't have it here. It's not much to show you at the moment. It's just a vintage mechanical manual wind watch. I had my father's Rado come in my possession. A watch it's actually worn by a good friend of mine. She gets away with it a lot better than I. It's the black ceramic square watch, and she wears a lot of black, and it just suits her very well. I'd love to wear the watch, but I need to put an extra link in, and that link is in the original box, which is not here, and so I decided to leave that watch in Holland as well. The vast majority of my watches is still in Holland. I have to get it over soon. I will hope to get it over, I don't know, this year, maybe next year, and it's scattered all over the place, so I'll have to visit like 4 or 5 addresses to get all the watches here. And I more or less did that on purpose as well because I've seen so many people losing their watches, Archie Luxury and all the other channels that had a break in, and all the watches suddenly are gone. It's just like, wow, man. Watches are one of the most sought after things at the moment. I don't know what is happening in the watch world, but if you have a lot of watches, you're not really safe anymore. So be careful where you keep them. And yeah, store them good, and don't tell anyone that you keep your watches at home because you don't want to be your family be a liability. So wristwatch check. Still wearing the Tudor. That has been a good companion ever since I got back from the road trip, because the road trip I was wearing a Seiko, and that's why I want to go. I bought the, what do they call it, the Jungle Panda Saitona. No, guys, it's the Seiko Speedtimer. This is actually a great watch. This is the SCC817. This is the gold one, and it looks like kind of yellow. It is a wonderful watch. It is a wonderful watch. It's a, let me just see the specs here. The caliber is a quartz V192. It's a solar powered. You can actually see the subdials. They turn a little bit bluish. Now the subdials are actually the place where the watch charges itself. And as you can see, it's a chronograph. So you can see that on the side here. It doesn't have a screw down crown, but honestly, I didn't really miss it. And it's 100 meter water resistant, so you don't really need to care. As long as the screw's in, as long as the crown's in, you'll be good. It's a 39 millimeter. Let me just check the power reserve with fully charged is 6 months for this watch. Let me just show it to you like this. You can go see it when I go over the specs. Let me just put it a little bit further, a little bit. There we go. So yeah, the power reserve is around 6 months if it's fully charged. It's got a display function of resuming electric power generation, overcharge prevention, 24 hand, equipped with small seconds hand chronograph up to 60 minutes in 1/5 seconds increments, date display. The date is actually, it's a little bit to the 4, and people think that's off, but it's actually quite symmetrical. I prefer it like this much more than it would have been centered. So it's 161 grams with the bracelet. It's got a tachymeter around the bezel, and it's got a screw down case back. It's not something that you, if you can see that, it's not like really that special if you see the case back. It's nice, it's good. What has it on the back? It just says Seiko. Unsigned crown. And people are like, why is the crown unsigned for a watch like this? Why didn't I sign the crown? Well, what are they going to put up on it? An S? An S of Seiko? Seiko doesn't really have a logo. So or you have to put Seiko or an S, and an S is just an S, right? It doesn't make a lot of sense. So I actually enjoy the unsigned crown. Makes it easier if you ever have to replace it as well. The bracelet is tough. It's a good bracelet. Good clicking action. The watch rests on the wrist very, very well. It's just it's a 39 millimeter, I think it is. Yeah, the diameter is 39 millimeter, lug to lug 45.5. The thickness is 13.3, so it's just 2 millimeters thicker, I think, than the Pelagos. Let me just put it on for a moment. It's got anti-reflective coating on the inner surface. Some people told me that anti-reflective coating on the outer surface is useless, can only scratch. It's got Lumi Bright on the hands and the indexes. It's a free fold clasps, and the difference between the lugs is 20 millimeters. It is a wonderful, wonderful watch. The funny thing is, if you watch it like this, it's gold, but if it's a little bit out of the light, it turns like this darkish yellow kind of a color. I don't know. It almost looks vintage. It's actually quite a good thing. Now, for example, if I turn on the chronograph, there's a little bit there. You can see the seconds hand for the chronograph is turning now. So if you look, the bottom sub-dial is the minute dial. Well, it's not the best time to show you this because you won't probably see it turning to the minutes when it passed it. On the left-hand side, you can see the seconds hand running. And it's just a wonderful watch to behold and to wear. And even a chronograph, if you really want a chronograph, you should have like a I don't know, if you got the G-Shock Modmaster for the subdials, the hour and the minute hand will go apart. Will just give make way for you to see the subdials if you want to. This one doesn't do that, but this just really, look, it will go over the minute now. Maybe you can see it jump. Yeah, well, you saw it, but you have to have good eyes for that. But then again, this goes over till about an hour. You pause it and you start it. That works brilliantly. Now you push this button, the button on the underside, and it stops. But this is like a lap time, because when you push that again, it goes where it started, where it was. So you can't lose time, but you can stop it in the meantime. That's really nicely done. Now, if you just stop it and you turn it back to the original position, then you see that the subdial underneath is at 0. Now you can see the power reserve. If you click that button again, there you see that the power reserve is full. Now the hour hand is in front of it, so it's a bit strange to see, but you get the drift of this. Just a short video about the very, very nice watch. Now, I had the opportunity to buy the white one, the black one. There was a shiny one that was like a limited edition, which was kind of a good watch. It was nice. But then again, I don't know. If it's a Grand Seiko, shiny, fine. But a Seiko like this, I don't think it should be shiny. Why would this watch have like a shiny surface? Because then at the end of the day, for me, it is just a Seiko. So, yeah, the Speedtimer, great watch. People are not very enthusiastic about lume because it doesn't have much lume. I'll put a picture up. I'll put like a little video behind it so you can see the lume. It's not much, but since it's a speed timer, the only thing you actually have to see is where is the minute hand and what is... so you need just a minimalistic lume to see what is happening on the watch. If you have too much lume, you have to be able to see in an instant what the watch is doing, and actually this does it pretty well. The lume is not that bad. There's just not a lot of it, but that's because as soon as you're in the dark, you got to see 4 little parts and where the seconds hand is. So that's about all you need when you use this watch. This is not a watch you go to bed with to see at night what the time is. It does, but then why not take the Pelagos, right? That is, all the white stuff here turns blue when it gets dark. So yeah, great watch. I've been wearing it like every other day or so. The only thing is I don't want to have the Tudor running out of power because it needs a service, and I just don't want to pull the crown out every time. But I just can't leave this watch be. It's been such a joy to wear this. It's been a real pleasure. One of the better watches that Seiko brought out. Now, the yellow on the black bezel, is it readable? Not really. The date, it's the same thing. It's not like perfect. I like the position. I do like the position a lot. A little bit asymmetrical, but it functions in the dial very well. So I really like this watch. I probably will not sell it anytime soon, nor did I do with other watches, by the way, but it's just a wonderful watch to wear. You know, it's just, it looks like it maybe even looks like a little bit like a Breitling-ish kind of a thing at points. I don't really like to compare watch brands because at the end of the day, it's a watch, you know, so all watches look alike in that sense. But yeah, have a look at it. This is again, what was this one? It's the SCC817 Seiko Prospex Speedtimer. Very good watch. Next video, I'll be talking about this watch. This is the Safety Ocean Rangeman from Seiko. Interesting watch as well. I had this imported from Japan because this has not been on the market in Europe. Paid a little bit more, but you know, you got a black Rangeman. I wanted to have this is not even white. It's like almost the same color as the dial on my Grand Seiko, the SBGX 115. Also talk about that watch soon, but that has a lot to do more with the ocean and plastic and stuff. You know, this is just a damn good watch. Have a look. They got them in many different sizes, different colors and color schemes. I must say I like this yellow the most because it is gold, but when the sun hits it in a different angle, it becomes yellow. So yeah, have a look at it. If you're in the shop, have a look at it. It's actually quite I don't know. I like this watch. It's a nice little everyday wearer. It's a strong watch. You can go into the water with it, and you know, if you bounce it about, who cares? You can get a new one, or you can get spare parts. It's a Seiko, so you'll always be able to repair it, especially the coming 10 to 15 years anyway. So have a look at this watch if you're in the shop. It won't be disappointing. Now, I think it's like 650 euros for a quartz watch. That's kind of expensive, but you know, you have a very accurate quartz, chronograph, solar powered. What else do you need? So guys, oh, I was taking the mouse here. It's the phone that I'm doing this with. So hopefully see you soon for another video. This was just a quickie to get back in the old mood of recording videos and making videos about watches in one take, because I love doing one take. Because editing is not my strongest point, and I just love to watch a video when somebody just talks. And so I do have to put probably a picture up in the dark. Maybe I'll just make a picture of it in the dark and put that like the avatar. We'll see what happens. Okay guys, hope to see you soon for another watch video. Trying to get the hang of it again, making videos about watches old school style. Not like, I just sold $1 million of watches this week because I'm a guy, I'm a dealer, I'm having this reality show with all the people in it, and I'm gonna fire him because he's not gonna good watch seller, and we're all gonna rub each other off because, you know, we all want to be the best watch salesman, and I'm gonna watch that channel and just go hog with the rich and the billionaires and that. That's not what this channel was ever about. So see you soon. Ciao, bye.